Renee, as long as we're talking about teachers, let me tell you about an experience Ariel relayed to me when he was a student teacher in Ogden right out of college. Anyway, he was in this classroom, and one of the kids in this classroom had some difficulties, a lot of difficulties. Ariel explained it this way. He said the elevator never went to the top story. This little boy was slow. His name was Bobby. Anyway, Bobby was sitting up on he turned the seat of his desk up so he could be up higher and could copy from the kids in front of him and around him. And Ariel knew that Bobby was copying and had done before. In fact, on one occasion, Bobby even copied his classmate's name on his paper, because he wasn't a good student, let's say it that way. Anyhow, on this occasion, Bobby was sitting up, looking around, trying to stop, and Ariel went down, and I'll bet you've never seen him do this, but he walked down and looked Bobby square in the eye, and he brought his hand back, was going to act like he was going to hit him, and he hadn't intended to, but Bobby, as he came around, Bobby leaned into his hand, and Ariel caught his head, and it lifted Bobby out of his seat and put him over into an aisle. Well, needless to say, Bobby never, I don't know if he ever copied again, but I do know that the students in the class never wanted to meet Ariel when he was cross as a student teacher. So on another occasion, still in Ogden student teaching, Ariel had to take something to the office. In this same classroom, he told all the kids, you study while I'm gone, and this is where you're supposed to study. Well, as he's walking toward the office, who did he run into but the superintendent, who knew he was a student teacher and knew he was out of his classroom. And he said, Mr. Benson, why are you out of the classroom? Ariel said, well, I had to take this to the office. He said, what are your students doing? Ariel said, they're studying. He said, I'll bet. Let's go see. The superintendent was surprised out of his gourd when he gets to the classroom and looks in, and every kid in the class is really studying his book because they knew Ariel might come in and get mad. Ariel told me why they were so good. He said that he had real discipline problems, and so sometimes he used to just walk up and down the aisles while they were supposed to be studying, muttering to himself. He said, I'll get him. I'll get him. Oh, I can't wait to get him. And they heard him growling under his breath, and they saw what happened to Bobby. Believe me, when Ariel said study, they studied.